Hi, this is Joe DeMayo from FantasyPlayersEdge.com. How many of you have been StreamRolled by an opposing manager? Most fantasy baseball managers frown on streaming because they feel that it's an unethical strategy that relies on sheer numbers rather than skill and expertise. In actuality, selective streaming requires more skill and know-how than almost any other daily strategy that a fantasy baseball manager can employ. I'll explain later. Streaming refers to the practice of adding and dropping pitchers every day from free agency in order to get the greatest number of possible starts. Customarily, that selection is then waived on the day that he pitches for another free agent pitcher for a spot start on a subsequent day. The idea is to take wins and strikeouts from your opponent. Good streamers typically have a solid stable of closers as well, looking to control saves, enabling their team to take 3 out of 5 possible pitching points weekly. Aggressive streamers tend to be willing to give up ERA and WHIP as most of their daily selections come from the back end of a major league team's rotation and are likely to be inconsistent from start to start. That doesn't need to happen. Typically, every day there's 1 or 2 pitchers in free agency that have fantastic matchups. By selectively streaming only pitchers with solid matchups, it's possible to compete for ERA and WHIP while controlling wins and Ks. Having a good knowledge of selective streaming candidates is the best ammunition that you could have to thwart a streamer. By selecting the best pitchers from free agency 2 days before their probable starts, you force a streamer to choose from a depleted pool. So if you know that you're facing a streamer, begin on Sunday by selecting Tuesday's best possible starters from free agency. Drop those starting pitchers on Monday for Wednesday's best probables and repeat the process all week. Free agency's 48-hour waiting period will then take these starters out of play. Streaming typically works best as a head-to-head strategy, but can be used in rotisserie formats as well to absorb surplus innings. Whether you selectively stream or simply play defense, in the end, your team benefits. Streaming is neither unethical or unfair and can offer great rewards for those who take the time to master the technique. Visit FantasyPlayersEdge.com for a list of advanced selective streaming candidates that you'll find under the Streamers tab. Additionally, click on the Weekly Tips section for a more detailed explanation of streaming. This is Joe DeMayo at FantasyPlayersEdge.com, helping you to get the edge and win your league.